Story 1. The Man Who Knocked. He put an AirTag in my shopping bag at the mall. 10 minutes later, he was at my front door. My name is Jay. I was 18. It was December. 3 days before Christmas. The mall was shutting down in sections. Lights dimming, gates coming down. I went early because I hate crowds. I like seeing who is around me. I had been inside 4 hours, bags heavy in both hands. The kind of tired that makes you stop paying attention. I sat on a bench near the Christmas tree, told myself 60 seconds, 1 minute to breathe. A man sat beside me, not close enough to touch, not far enough to feel accidental. 1 seat away, like he had measured it, older, 60s, thin face, clean clothes, smile that stayed in place but did not change his eyes. He made a comment about the tree. I nodded. Did not give him more. He kept talking anyway. Said he came to this mall all the time. Said he liked watching people shop. Said he missed when malls stayed open late because it gave him more time to walk around. He spoke like he had rehearsed it. Calm, smooth, nothing nervous. He looked at me. Held the look 1 second too long. Said I reminded him of his daughter. Before I could answer, he pulled out his phone. Showed me a picture. A girl my age. Blonde hair, blue eyes, close shot. Not a family photo. She did not look like me. She did not look like him. The way he presented it felt wrong, like he wanted me to accept it without thinking. I stood up immediately, said I had to go. Did not argue, did not ask questions, did not want a scene, walked away, did not run, did not look back, drove home, quiet streets, no traffic. My house is on a cul-de-sac. 3 houses total, circle of grass in the middle, no streetlights. I slowed before my driveway. Phone buzzed on the passenger seat. Notification I had never seen before. AirTag detected near you. I stared at it, then at my bags, then at the street. My hands went cold, did not pull in, kept driving around the circle. Once, twice. The alert stayed on screen. I tapped it. Chose make sound. Expected beeping under the car, from the bumper, from the wheel well. The sound came from inside, from my shopping bag on the passenger seat. I pulled over on the next street. Did not want my car sitting in front of my house while I dug through bags. Hands shaking, dropped tissue paper twice, dug through receipts, clothes, packaging, found it, small white disc. Apple logo, clean, like it had just been unboxed, sitting on top of a sweater like it belonged there. I stared at it 10 seconds, brain trying to turn it into a mistake. But there is no mistake that ends with an AirTag in your bag and an alert saying it has been traveling with you. Rolled down the window, threw it into the gutter, did not watch where it landed. Drove back to my house fast, pulled into the driveway, ran inside, locked the front door, locked it again, checked the garage. My mother's car was inside. Mine had to stay outside. Stood in the hallway listening. House silent. Brother was out. I was alone. Called him, voice shaking. Told him about the AirTag. He did not laugh. Did not say I was overreacting. Told me if anyone comes to the door, do not answer. Call me first. His voice scared me more than the AirTag, because he believed me right away. Went to the living room. Turned the TV up loud. Not to watch. To drown out the quiet parts of the house. Sat on the couch. Tried to breathe normal. Told myself it was over. He would realize the AirTag was gone. He would move on. 5 minutes passed. The doorbell rang. Once. Sharp electronic chime. I froze. Then 3 knocks. Slow. deliberate, not rushed, like he had nowhere else to be, stood up, walked to the door, silent, did not turn on lights, stopped back from the textured glass, could see a shape on the other side, not moving, just standing. Then his voice muffled through the door. "Hey, I think you have my AirTag." I knew the voice immediately. The man from the mall. Throat tightened. He spoke again, calm, almost smiling. "I must have dropped it in your bag by accident." He was not asking. He was telling me he knew where I lived. He had followed me. Through the glass, I saw the shadow shift slightly, like he was adjusting his stance to stay in my view. Backed away. Called my brother again. Told him the man was at the door. He said he was 10 minutes out. Stay away from windows. Went back to the living room. Sat in the dark. TV, still loud. Eyes on the front door. After 1 minute, I looked toward the glass again. The shadow was gone. Brain tried to relax. Maybe he left. Maybe hearing me on the phone spooked him. Almost believed it. Then movement on the right side of the room. Flicker in peripheral vision. Stomach dropped. Turned head fast. Nothing there. Told myself it was fear making shapes. Then his voice again. Not from the door. From the window. Right side of the living room. Close. I love it when people play dumb. Jerked my head toward the window. He was there. Face pressed against the glass. Smiling. Same man. Same thin face. Same calm eyes. He lifted his hand, tapped the glass twice. Soft taps, testing the thickness. "Don't pretend you don't know I'm watching you," he said. Could not breathe. Grabbed my phone. Called my brother screaming. He yelled, "Call 911 now." Hung up. Dialed. Hands shaking so bad I misdialed twice. The man did not move. Just stood there, watching me struggle with the phone. Like my panic was the point. Could not stay in that room. Backed away. Ran down the hall to the office. No windows. Shut the door. Locked it. Sat on the floor. Legs would not hold me. Listened. Footsteps on gravel. Slow. Then nothing. Minutes later, car engine. Brother's voice calling my name from inside the house. Ran out. He was in the living room. Flashlight in hand. We went to the window together. The man was gone. No figure. No shadow. Just dark lawn. Police came 20 minutes later. 2 officers. One tall, one short. Searched the yard. Checked under my car. Found nothing. No footprints. No AirTag in the gutter. No evidence. Took my statement. Gave me a case number. Said someone might follow up. No one did. Tried to trace the AirTag through Apple. Called 3 times. They said I needed the serial number. I did not have it. I threw it away. The case went nowhere. 2 weeks later, I saw a news article. Woman in the next county found an AirTag in her purse after shopping. Same mall. Same week. She reported it. Nothing happened. 3 months after that, another article. Different woman. Same mall. Same pattern. No arrests. No names released. I never saw the man again. But that does not mean it ended. It means he learned what he needed. I check my bags before I leave stores now. I empty them on the car seat before I start driving. I do not tell people why. They say it was one time. They say it was a mistake. They say I am paranoid. But I know he did not want the AirTag back. He wanted me to find it. He wanted me to feel that moment when your phone buzzes and you realize you were tagged like an object. And if he could follow me home that easily, he can follow anyone home. You will not know until your phone tells you. And by then he already has your address. And he is already close enough to knock. Story 2. The door was already open. Someone put an AirTag in my car, and I did not find it until after they had been inside my apartment. My name is Jay. I was 22. I moved to Cedar Ridge for work. New city. No friends. No family nearby. Just me and a one-bedroom apartment on the third floor of a concrete building. I drove the same route every day, office to apartment. 15 minutes, same streets, same turns. Same parking garage with flickering lights on level B. I liked the routine. Predictable. Safe. That was the mistake. Thinking routine equals safety. It was a Tuesday. I left work at 6:15. Got in my car. Drove toward the exit. Red light. I stopped. Phone buzzed on the passenger seat. Notification I had never seen. AirTag detected moving with you. My stomach dropped. I did not own an AirTag. I did not borrow keys. I did not carry anything new. The alert said it had been traveling with me for 83 minutes. That meant it was already in my car before I left the office. That meant someone placed it while I was inside. I did not drive home. Pulled into a gas station 2 blocks away. Bright lights, cameras visible, people pumping gas. I got out. Walked around the car slow. Checked the back seat. Empty. Checked under the seats. Nothing. Checked the trunk. Empty, except for my gym bag. Checked the wheel wells. Clean. No strange objects. No bags that were not mine. But the notifications stayed on screen. Blinking. Insisting. I sat back in the driver's seat. Hands shaking. If I drove home, I was leading whoever placed it straight to my apartment. But I had nowhere else to go. No friend's couch. No hotel booked. No plan. So I drove home anyway. Hands tight on the wheel. Eyes on the mirrors the entire time. Every car behind me felt wrong. Every turn felt exposed. Pulled into my apartment complex. Did not park in my usual spot near the stairs. Parked on the far side under a street light. Locked the car twice. Walked fast to the building entrance. Used my fob. Door clicked open. Lobby empty. Took the stairs instead of the elevator. 3rd floor. Hallway quiet. Reached my door. Key and lock. Turned. Pushed. Door swung open normal. I stepped inside. Locked it behind me. Checked every room. Bathroom. Closet. Behind the shower curtain. Nothing out of place. Sat on the couch. Did not sleep. Every time my phone lit up, I flinched. Morning came. Showered. Dressed. Drove to work. Notification appeared again halfway there. AirTag detected near you. I felt sick. Spent the workday unable to focus. Kept imagining someone watching my commute. Someone learning my schedule. Someone knowing exactly where I lived because I led them there myself. After work, I sat in my car in the parking lot. Did not go home yet. Searched again. Slower. More desperate. Ran hands along cracks and seams. Checked places an object should not fit. Under the dashboard. Behind the glove box. In the trunk lining. The alert would not go away. That night, I decided I would not sleep until I found it. Parked under the brightest light in the lot. Went through the car inch by inch. Pulled floor mats up. Checked seat rails. Opened compartments I never used. Fingers shaking. Then I felt something solid in the gap behind the back seat. Hidden where fabric meets plastic. I already knew what it was. Pulled it out. Small white disc. Apple logo. Clean. Like it had just been placed there. Sat there, staring at it 10 minutes. Brain trying to pretend it was a mistake. But there is no mistake that ends with an AirTag hidden in your car. I did not smash it, did not throw it away, took the battery out, put the pieces in my glove box. That was the first time I understood what it means to feel watched, even when you are alone. Next day, I called the police, non-emergency line. Officer sounded bored. Asked if the AirTag was still tracking me. I said I removed the battery. He said, then it was no longer an emergency. Told me to file a report online if I wanted. That was it. No patrol. No follow-up. Nothing. I went through the week like a person waiting for something to happen. Checked my mirrors constantly. Checked the hallway outside my door before unlocking it. Started keeping lights on at night. Told myself I was being dramatic. Friday happened. Worked late. Got home after 10 p.m. Parking lot quiet. Walked to the building entrance. Used my fob. Lobby empty. Took the elevator. Doors opened on my floor. Walked down the hallway. Saw something that stopped me completely. My apartment door was open. Not cracked. Not unlocked. Open. Wide enough to see into the dark inside. I froze. Brain refused to accept it. I lived alone. No one had a key. Maintenance needed permission. Friends always texted first. There was no reason for that door to be open. I did not go inside. Backed away slow, like the air inside could grab me. Walked back to the elevator without making noise. Went straight outside. Sat in my car shaking. Called 911. They came fast. 2 officers, one tall, one short. They entered first while I waited in the hallway. Checked every room, closet, bathroom, under the bed, behind the shower curtain. Told me no one was inside. Asked if anything was missing. I looked around, could not tell. The place looked normal. No broken lock, no forced entry, nothing moved. One officer asked if I was sure I closed the door when I left for work. His voice was not accusing, but the question made my face burn. Like this was my fault, like I was wasting their time. I told them about the AirTag. Their expressions changed. Not fear, something else. Uncertainty. They asked if I knew anyone who would stalk me. I said no. That was the truth. That was the worst part. They took a statement, gave me a case number, told me to call if it happened again. Again, like an open door was something that repeats. After they left, I did not sleep at all. Sat on my couch with every light on. Listened for sounds in the hallway. Footsteps, breathing, keys in locks. Nothing came, but I kept listening. Next morning, I moved a chair under the door handle. Wedged it tight. Like that would stop someone with a key. That was what kept looping in my head. No damage. No forced entry. That meant someone opened it normally, with a key. I changed my locks 2 days later. Cost me $200 I did not have. Landlord acted annoyed. Said I was paranoid. Maybe I was. But then I started noticing other things. Small things. Package on my doorstep moved 3 inches to the left. Footsteps outside my door that paused too long. A gray sedan in the parking lot that seemed to be there at strange hours. I told myself it was nothing. Tried to live normally. Eventually, the alert stopped because the AirTag was dead in my glove box. But the feeling did not stop. Because the AirTag was never the real threat. The AirTag was just the proof. Proof that someone wanted access to my life without being seen. I moved out a month later. Did not tell anyone my new address except my employer. Did not update social media. Did not tell neighbors. Left quietly. Nothing followed me. No open doors. No alerts. No shadows in parking lots. People told me that meant it was over, that I was safe. But that is not how it works. Safe would mean knowing who did it. Safe would mean someone was caught. Safe would mean the reason made sense. None of that happened. All I know is someone placed an AirTag in my car and watched where I went. Someone learned my home. Someone opened my door like they belonged there, and they were never found. I still check my door 3 times before sleeping. I still look under my car before getting in. I still park under lights, even when I am tired, because he was never caught, and I know he has other keys, and I know he is still doing it to someone else. Right now, while you are reading this, your phone might buzz, the alert might say, AirTag detected near you, and you will have the same choice I had, drive home or drive somewhere else. But remember, by the time you see the alert, he already knows where you live, and your door might already be open when you get there. Story 3. Something in the drain. I moved into an apartment with pipes that made sounds no pipe should make. My name is Jay. I was 19. I needed cheap rent. The listing said 200 below market. No photos of the bathroom. That should have been the first sign. The building was old brick on the edge of town. 3 stories. No elevator. My unit was on the 2nd floor at the back, facing the alley. The realtor showed me around fast. She talked over the noises. Said the plumbing was original but functional. Said the previous tenant left suddenly. Did not say why. I signed the lease anyway. I needed the price. First night I heard it. 10 p.m. I was washing dishes, water running, then a thump from inside the wall. Not loud, not violent. Just a solid thump like something heavy shifted position. I turned off the faucet, listened, silence, turned it back on. Another thump, closer this time. Like whatever was in there had moved toward the sound of running water. I told myself it was air in the pipes. Old buildings do that. I went to bed. 2 a.m. I woke up to dripping. Not from the faucet, from inside the wall behind my bed. Drip, pause, drip, pause. Not random, rhythmic, like a finger tapping. I got up, pressed my ear to the wall. The dripping stopped immediately. Silence for 10 seconds. Then one final drip, louder, closer to the surface, like it was answering me. I did not sleep the rest of the night. Morning came. I checked the pipes under the sink, rust, corrosion, but no leaks, no visible damage. I called maintenance. Guy came an hour later, fat man in a stained uniform. He listened to my description. Did not look concerned. Said the building settles. Said pipes expand and contract with temperature. Said I was hearing normal sounds. He ran the faucet in the kitchen. Water flowed. No thumps. He shrugged. Said, see, normal. Left. I stood there after he left. Turned the faucet on again. Slow. The thump came back. Not immediately. After 7 seconds of water running. Like it was waiting to be sure the water would stay on. That afternoon I met my neighbor, woman in the unit below mine. She was taking out trash in the alley. I introduced myself. She looked at me strange. Asked how long I had been living there. I said 1 day. She nodded slow. Said the previous tenant moved out after 3 weeks. Said he left most of his stuff behind. Said maintenance found him sitting in his car in the parking lot at 4 a.m. with all his doors locked. Said he refused to go back inside. Said he kept pointing at his bathroom ceiling and saying it knows when the water is on. She asked if I had heard anything yet. I said just some thumping. She did not smile. Said give it time. Then she walked away fast like she regretted talking to me. That night I decided to test it. I filled the kitchen sink with water. Let it sit. No sounds. Then I pulled the plug. Water draining. Gurgling down the pipe. 3 seconds later, a thump from the wall. Then another. Then a scraping sound like something dragging itself upward through the pipe. Toward my sink, I stood frozen. Water finished draining. Silence. Then a soft knock from inside the drain. 3 knocks. Paused. 3 more. Not random. Patterned. I backed away. Did not sleep in that apartment that night. Slept in my car in a gas station parking lot. Next morning, I called the landlord. Told him I was breaking the lease. He laughed. Said I had signed a year. Said I would lose my deposit. Said the pipes were fine. I hung up. Went to work. Tried to pretend it was stress. Tried to pretend I was imagining things. Came home at 6 p.m. Apartment felt wrong immediately. Not messy, not broken, just wrong. Like the air had changed. I checked every room. Nothing moved, nothing missing. Then I saw the bathroom door was closed. I never close that door. I always leave it open. I stood in the hallway staring at it. Did not want to open it. Did not want to know what was inside waiting. Finally, I turned the knob. Pushed it open slow. Bathroom normal. Toilet, sink, shower. Then I saw the tub, full of water, not running, not overflowing, just full, like someone had filled it and walked away. I had not used the tub. I never used the tub. I stared at the water surface, perfectly still. No ripples, no movement. Then a bubble rose from the drain, popped, then another. Then a hand broke the surface, pale, wrinkled from water, fingers curled, not reaching up, just resting on the surface like it belonged there. I did not scream, did not run. Just backed out of the bathroom, closed the door, locked it, sat in the living room until sunrise. Did not sleep, did not move, just watched the door. Waiting for it to open, morning came. I went to the bathroom door, listened, silence, turned the knob, pushed it open. Tub was empty, dry, no water. No hand, no evidence. I told myself I had dreamed it. Stress, sleep, deprivation, imagination. I went to work, came home at 6 p.m. Bathroom door was closed again. I did not open it. Slept on the couch with a knife in my hand. Next morning, I opened the door. Tub was full again. Same water level, same still surface. No hand this time, just water. I grabbed a towel, reached toward the drain to pull the plug. My hand was 6 inches from the water when something grabbed my wrist. Cold, wet, strong. Fingers wrapped around my wrist like a vice, pulled down hard. I yanked back, skin tore. Red marks on my wrist, 3 parallel lines like finger bruises. I ran out of the apartment, did not pack, did not call anyone, just ran. Slept in my car 2 more nights. 3rd night I decided to end it. I bought a camera, small one, set it up pointing at the tub, left the apartment, drove to a diner, watched the live feed on my phone. 2 hours passed, nothing. Then at 11:47 p.m. the water started running, not the faucet. The tub filling from below, like the drain was reversing. Water rose fast, 5 inches, 10 inches. Then a shape rose with it, not human, not animal, something pale and long and wrong. It stayed underwater, just beneath the surface, watching the camera, watching me. Then it reached up, not toward the camera, toward the drain cover, pushed it aside like it owned the pipe, disappeared down into the darkness. Water drained immediately after. Tub empty, dry, like nothing had happened. I have the footage. I showed it to one friend. He said it was a trick, said I edited it. Said stress does things to your mind. I did not argue. I know what I saw. I moved out the next day. Lost my deposit, did not care. I sleep in a new apartment now. 3rd floor, no units above or below me. I check the drains every morning. They are always dry. But last week I woke up to dripping. Not from the faucet, from inside the wall behind my bed. Drip, pause, drip, pause. Rhythmic, like a finger tapping. I pressed my ear to the wall. The dripping stopped. Silence for 10 seconds. Then one final drip, louder, closer to the surface, like it was answering me. I have not slept since. I keep the water off except when I absolutely need it. I shower at the gym. I wash dishes at work. I drink bottled water. But I know it is not about the water. It is about the pipes. And every building has pipes. And every pipe connects to another pipe. And whatever lives in them does not stay in one place. It moves. It learns. It waits for the sound of running water. And I know it found me again, because this morning my bathroom door was closed. And I never close that door. These stories did not end when I walked away. They are still happening. If you want more stories that stay with you after the video ends, subscribe to Tales of the Darkness. But remember, your phone might buzz tonight, and the alert might say something is moving with you. And by then, it will already be too late to ask how it got there.